L'honorable député de Gênes-Lebert.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And again, I would like to offer my thanks and congratulations from the member of, for the member of Don Valley West for his presentation. Mr. Speaker, I had the immense honor to witness one of my staffers become a citizen of this country yesterday, or Wednesday, rather. And the pride, I wanted to join her in Montreal when this is happening, but was unable to. And the pride that she shared with me on becoming a citizen at her ceremony, some 400 individuals becoming new Canadian citizens, representing some, I think she said it was 64, but don't quote me on that, 64 different nationalities becoming Canadians. I myself, like so many of us, am an immigrant, moved here when I was a child from England, my parents from Barbados via England, and we all hold an immense pride in this country and the flag that it represents. For clarity's sake, our flag is an enduring symbol of unity, freedom, national purpose, which is rightly celebrated by all Canadians, regardless of their origin or political affiliation. It stands as a powerful testament to the sacrifices of generations who gave their all to ensure our future and to build and preserve our democracy. Recent events around the world, such as in Libya and Syria, Sudan, remind us how precious freedom is and the profound sacrifice that is required to assure its survival. We and I commend the member for wanting to make sure that Canadians who wish to show their connection to Canada are not unduly hindered in their expression. But Mr. Speaker, jail time, fines, is this the type of heavy-handed, this is the type of heavy-handed punitive vision that clouds this obviously honourable intent of the member from Don Valley West. However, I must confess that in my daily interaction with my constituents and citizens from across this country, the pressing issues I hear from them are on the economic, social, and environmental fronts, to name a few. I'm not hearing anything about issues regarding their right to display our flag. The member from Don Valley West has shared some of the stories that he has heard from his constituents, and I thank him for that. But that in itself shows the isolated nature of this issue, an issue that should be dealt with on a municipal and/or provincial level, where it belongs. Canadians who wish to express their support for their country are protected by the Canadian Charter of Rights under the freedom of expression. If through some municipal bylaw or provincial legislation, or even condo bylaw, an individual's freedom of expression is being challenged, then there is recourse through municipal means, through the Charter of Rights, through provincial means. Is it really necessary to turn a hapless caretaker following through on a condo bylaw on behalf of the condo board, turn him into a criminal with threatened jail time? I can't help but be reminded, Mr. Speaker, that this bill is eerily similar to, in substance and spirit, to a much maligned American law, the Freedom to Display the American Flag Act, which was introduced in 2005 by Mr. Roscoe Bartlett, who incidentally was a founding member of the Republicans' Tea Party caucus. Though bustled through Congress on the strength of a Conservative majority, the law was widely pilloried as an opportunistic political grandstand, and thus the sentiment that may have fostered the bill was lost. Canadians are smart people, Mr. Speaker. They are perfectly capable of finding their way through the issues such as their desire to fly their flag. Does this government's hubris stretch so far as to making municipalities, fire departments, condo associations criminals when enacting their bylaws within their jurisdiction? Respect for jurisdiction is a convenient evasion for this government when being asked uncomfortable questions on transportation or health care, but it seems that for their pet projects, jurisdiction doesn't matter. But, Mr. Speaker, let's get to the heart of the matter. Patriotism cannot be legislated. Attempts to do so have always led to discontent. Patriotism is and always should be something that an individual arrives at when shown the honor and the heart of their nation. The honor and heart of this nation is not simply based on military history, but on social responsibilities it has adopted over its 144-year history. A country built on the promise of democracy, inclusion, and a shared goal in its building. These are a few of the elements that make us proud to be Canadians and proud to wear our flag. This bill puts at risk that freedom, the freedom that the flag represents. This government has continuously used closure, used time allotment to stifle the very democracy this flag represents. This government does not have a monopoly on patriotism and honoring men and women who fight for this country. Those valiant men and women who offered up their lives and safety so that we could live and uphold the fine democracy and traditions which have always been a source of strength for this nation. How does this bill do that, Mr. Speaker? It doesn't. What it does do is find more reasons to throw Canadians in jail. I hope that the words shared by the member from Don Valley West, that is not his intent, are true. I hope that when this gets to committee, we will be in a position to sit down and truly discuss what this bill means and what this bill can do. But to make a federal case, pun slightly intended, out of an issue which should be left to municipalities, municipalities and condo associations, shown that there are other ways to deal with matters when it comes to the Canadian flag. But making these individuals criminals, making them pay fines, throwing them in jail, Mr. Speaker, is not the answer. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.